Good evening.
Good evening.
It's Friday. And we didn't do an occasional vlog last week. So I'll be doing one this week because you're working all weekend, aren't you?
Yeah, trying to think about it.
Sorry. Oh, I think I just saw something swimming. We're at the beach. Obviously, I mean there's sand everywhere. We're on a very elaborate building site at the beach.
Oh yeah, there's something over there.
Is it a fish?
I think it was a shrimpy.
A shrimpy.
Look at the rubbish, that's disgusting.
Rubbish? Where?
Yeah.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that big pipey thing.
It's probably some. It's washed ashore. That. It's actually not too bad on this beach for rubbish at the minute.
Yeah,
The
there's
bricks.
Loads of little fishies, just shrimpies moving.
The bricks are kind of meant to be there. Well, they've been there for a long time, put it that way. I was. We're on Crosby Beach, by the way, and I was researching the bricks. I wasn't researching, but I read a story about them. They're all from World War II, when the Blitz happened and all the houses were bombed in town. All the brick was brought down here to basically strengthen the beach and all that lot. There's lots of the bricks here. I mean, there's like thousands of them. Sometimes apparently you find like carvings and shop fronts and stuff that was like demolished by bombs. And I think if we head the other way, there's a load more that way as well, which is where some of the bigger stuff is.
Together.
Yeah, James just found some bits that are still joined together. And that looks like part of the sea defences as they stand. Quite cool. If I think I'll pop a link in the description to the BBC News article that showed some of the bigger pieces that people have found. And we came last week and you ended up reporting a dead seal to the cetacean stranding group, didn't you?
I think somebody likes One Direction.
Oh dear.
Are you even still going?
There's an Iron Man up to his knees. There we go, we're approaching one. I don't want to get kicked off YouTube for Anthony Gormley's fishing tackle. It's all the rusting, it's cool. Gemma really wants to spot an octopus.
That's like walking by the ponds, you never know what you're going to see here.
That's the first complete shell I've seen. Grunt, no. There's a jellyfish here as well.
Poor jellyfish.
There's evidence of things hiding themselves under the sand here. And Gemma's found another jellyfish. Oh dear. Maybe they just wash back out to sea when the tide comes in.
Jellyfish.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if you have to be careful with your dog here then. In case your dog picks them up.
Yeah. Actually, if they give a mild thing maybe. But
There's another one here. Another two, three. They're all over the place.
Jellyfish all over the port.
I have a irrational fear of jellyfish when I'm in the water. Well, it's not irrational because they sting you, but I don't like them. But obviously here it's not going to come and get me, so I'm pretty cool.
Oh, I feel bad for them.
There's a crow on the beach.
I think the jellyfish. Probably.
Yeah, could be. Could be slime though. Someone's been having margaritas.
Well, it is National Tequila Day.
Oh, I was expecting it to be sinkier than that, and then we'd have a fun outtake.
Oh, nice.
One day.
One day. I'll fall on my bum in the water.
Yep. See the docks up ahead of us. This one's mossy. It's like seaweed hanging off of. What do you think? Creepy or not creepy? It's starting to get closer to the port now. You can hear all the banging and.
What bird's that there?
Oh yeah, there is a big bird though.
Neither bird.
Interesting. It's a goose.
You doing it again?
Yeah. Oh. I didn't fall really. That's quite a nice scene. Gemma's lining herself up for a photo. This bumpy stuff's not comfortable to walk on in my docks.
Yeah.
We came as far as the Goose and now we're heading back. We were going to walk back up, but it's actually muddier to get back up to there than it is just to go back the way we came. In the shark egg. Mermaid's purse. Nearly back now. Seagulls are laughing at us and it's starting to rain again. Not one of us remembered a brolly there.
I was out brolly in the back.
Yeah, and I have a raincoat in the car. The car's up there somewhere.
You didn't bring it.
Saturday morning. We got caught in the rain, but our walk was nice yesterday. Gemma's now at work and I'm going to do something I haven't done since, I'm going to say February. I'm actually going to go into a supermarket. We have no beers. I didn't order any beers this week. So I thought I'd come to Booths, grab a few beers from Booths. Looks quite quiet here as well, which is what I want. I don't want to be going to busy supermarkets. So I'm going to go and grab some beers and then we'll go home and we'll catch up and see what we've been up to. Oh, all sorted. Got some nice beers and some dessert that Gemma doesn't know about. I did ask, is there anything that we need? She said, no. And I just thought, oh, I fancy a dessert. So I picked one up. I think it felt like they'd replaced the hand sanitizer with actual hand wash, because it took me about 5 minutes to get the hand wash off my hands while I was walking around the shop. And I didn't want to drop bottles of beer everywhere, so I'm just looking at the beer while hand sanitizer dries on my hands. Anyway, let's get home. And we are back home. I'm just popping some of the beers that we bought into the fridge. I got some Clockwork Tantra, I haven't had that for ages, and doing the support your local look at me, fucking evils. Doing the support your local brewery thing, or support your local business. These aren't local to us super, but the I got some Tiny Rebel. No, we haven't had Tiny Rebel for a while. So what's going on? Not much, to be honest. Oh, Lego update. I did mention that I had another Lego set that I'd ordered that Lego had failed to deliver because it was back ordered and then some confusion and stuff. It's on its way. I don't think it's going to arrive for this vlog. Maybe it'll be part of next week's vlog. Maybe this week's vlog if it arrives early. Like if it arrives Monday, I could probably tack it on at the end of this week's just to show you what it is. I wouldn't be building it because it's going to be a longer build. It's a bigger set. My trip to Booths was a good test because I'm thinking in a few weeks' time I might do some cooking again. I haven't done any for a while, so I can call to a supermarket and get some ingredients. Maybe do a curry or something. I feel like it's been ages since I've done anything like that. You know, we haven't had a Sunday roast or anything because we're just buying we're buying online once a week, and then we top up with stuff from the butchers, which has been great, to be honest. I actually quite like doing that because it means not having to wander around supermarkets after a day of work. But I kind of do miss having that ability to just go, today I'm going to cook something, then go to the shops, buy the stuff and come back and cook it. So maybe we can do that in a couple of weeks' time. I'm trying to think what else has gone on. It's like really boring stuff, like there's some fence panels arriving on Tuesday because our fences are falling apart in the front garden. We bought ones for the back garden 10 years ago and they're starting to fall apart. The ones in the front garden must be 15 years old now. And I don't know if you like patch them as a like Trigger's broom now. It's like none of the original wood is in them. At one point I did actually make an entire new fence panel out of the old ones from the back garden. I think that's long since fell apart though. But yeah, new fence panels arriving on Tuesday from a local supplier that was very abrupt on the phone. Yeah, one of those sort of trades places where it's like you feel like phoning them, you've inconvenienced them. But anyway, fence panels arriving. We're up in the back bedroom. I don't think I've been in here in a while, apart from the fact that I work here every day because I've stopped sitting on the couch in the lounge now. It's a bit more comfortable. That's the Lego set that I won on eBay. All built up and done. I enjoy building that. It's also really big and doesn't fit anywhere, so I might have to take it apart and store it away. At some point I want to rearrange all this stuff because I have all these Star Wars ships here. I want them along the top here. I want to move some of these onto there. And I also want to empty these old shelves and have all the smaller sets on here because all these DVDs can go away Some of them are games, some of them are my old music. I threw out a lot of my CDs about 2 years ago, but kept all the ones that were like me specials, me limited editions, and me favourites. And there's a DeLorean. It's Playmobil. That's the first Playmobil I've bought. I only bought it because it looks like a cool DeLorean. A little project that I probably could have filmed but didn't was I serviced my bass guitar. I bought this when I went to university. It is not a very good bass guitar. It was about £100. But the strings have been on it for 22 years, so I replaced them. And when I replaced them, I also found out the electronics, which is in these volume controls here, had all gone wrong, so it didn't work very well anymore. So I fixed it, and now it works. Wow, bass guitar doesn't fit on camera, or my head, by the looks of it. The camera might fall back. The bass amp's up there. Oh, it's horrible out there, sorry, it's just absolutely hammering it now. But yeah, the bass amp's up there. The only thing I ever used to play was like Verve and Stone Roses and Joy Division. I was big like into Hooky, the way Hooky plays. Oh dear. I always kind of liked Hooky's way of playing because he plays all over the guitar instead of just here. Rest of my day is probably going to be consumed with housework. Yay. First task, laundry. Time for the horrendously musical Samsung washing machine. Sure. Look, it's Jin. Hi, Jin. You gonna say hi to everyone? No. Archie, are you gonna say hi to everyone? Close enough. Yeah, Jen had his vet checkup on Thursday, and he's in good shape for an old guy. And all these needles and stuff, his vaccinations. And then his nails trimmed, which is nice, because now he doesn't shred you when he falls off your knee. 3D printing wise, I continue to be busy printing useless art. I got some red filament. I was going to print Red Dwarf, but then I realised it would take hours and hours and hours to print. But this is a Sith Holocron. You actually light it from underneath. It has, if I lift it up there, you can put a tea light in there, like one of those little LED ones. It'll light up. What else did I make? Oh, this. We have those garden LED things that you have with, you know, I've shown them in previous vlogs. One of the stake broke, so I made a new one. This was designed in Tinkercad by myself, and it's gone blurred, but yeah, that just goes into the floor and the light goes on top. I'm currently in the process of adding to my little lightsaber hilt collection. I really still need to paint that one. All the others are obviously black and silver, but this needs reprinting. I still need to master silver. They just don't, the quality's just not there yet. But yeah, I'm going to do Qui-Gon Jinn's next, so that's on the bed at the minute, printer. These are all going to go upstairs at some point as well, possibly even today. I think I might have a tidy off of here. Because Gemma's moved all of her Disney traditions. She put them down here now, where I can break them. We got this one yesterday. It was on sale on Amazon, so I picked it up because I like Scar. And I love the way it's got the hyenas on the side. There's some of the others we have. And some of the others are here. So I mentioned on the zoo vlog, I don't know if people, if they're like there's an overlap on the zoo vlogs, if you'd watched that or not, but you'll have seen I mentioned that this camera started to get little flecks on the screen, on like when the sun hits it, it hits dust in the lens and causes problems with the picture quality and that. So I'm doing a bit of browsing online to see if I can see what camera we buy next, if any. This one's, I'll just check actually, I think it's 3.5 years old. Yeah, I just found it there. We uploaded the new vlogging camera video on the 1st of March 2017. And this one is now 3 years old. And at the time when we bought that camera, the camera we used previously was about 3 years old. So yeah, it looks like this camera, we've probably got our use out of it. It still works otherwise, it's just we're getting that flecky stuff on the screen. I could probably get it fixed by sending it in to like a camera cleaner and get it cleaned, because they'll just take apart the lens and but it's probably not worth paying for. This camera, all the grips have fallen off it. I think there's a problem with the IS now. It's been a good camera. Time's moved on, and obviously people are now moving to 4K. So my choices now, I think, for the future are either the Sony ZV-1, which is the one that the trackers use and a few other people have started to use now, the G7X Mark III, which is the replacement for this camera, or the other one I was looking at, I can't remember the name of it now, it was a Panasonic I think, but no one's mentioned that in all the reviews, and I think it's because it's a lens camera. I love this set. Panasonic joined the budget vlogging camera game with a $749 camera. That's not that budget, and that's kind of the problem I have. I've not really budgeted for a new camera this year. So I'm going to have to look into that one as well, the Panasonic G100. Isolates voices using face tracking. Ooh, fancy. It's with a kit lens though, so that is like an SLR where you put a lens on the front and you can change the lens up and put a longer one on. That's another one to look at possibly. I haven't really budgeted for this. I've been saving, and I've got about 150 quid so far. I kind of didn't want to just take it out of my savings to buy a new camera, so it's probably not something I'm going to be doing before maybe next January, February maybe. We'll see what happens then. Although I do that normally, and then suddenly the week after I go, bought one. To give you an example of how expensive it can be to be a vlogger, if you want this style of camera, you can use these we talked about the other week. That works just fine. To get a replacement G7X Mark III to replace this one, £676.65 currently on Amazon Prime. I've got my wish list set up with all three of those cameras. The Sony, the new Sony that everyone's raving about, 699 quid. The Panasonic with the kit lens, it's a 12 to 32mm f3.5 to 5.6. Already alarm bells are going off because that's not going to be very good for low light. £679.99. Ow. Yeah. And of course, should the worst happen, we're not completely out of the woods. We're not completely in trouble, because I do have the SLR, which I can continue to record on. Ooh, the light on this one's different. See, this is when I said the alarm bells are ringing. This is f4 to 5.6. This is f1.8 to 2.8. Which means that this one handles low light better than this one in most circumstances. But I do quite like the light on the 77D. This one looks a little harsher than this one. That's going to get really confusing when I've got to edit and flick between the two, hasn't it? And of course, because the G7X has the flip up screen on it, I look at the lens like this, and I just have to peer just above the lens to see the screen. Admittedly, I do have a moustache because of the wind diffuser on the top of there, whereas with the Canon 77D, I have to look directly at the lens because the screen is actually there. So if I vlog on the camera and look at the screen, I'm not actually addressing you, I'm addressing the screen to the right of you. Yeah, so there we go. Camera things. Also, another thing, I can actually put a better microphone on the SLR. This is why I shouldn't be left on my own in the house the whole weekend. I start looking at cameras and getting boring with facts. Tomorrow, it's supposed to be sunny, so I might go for a walk, or I might go into the garden and do some gardening, because our lawn looks like, well, that. We've had terrible weather the last few weeks, and apart from the time we went to the zoo, and rather than stay at home and do the gardens, we went to the zoo. Ow, I just hit a frying pan. Hello. Oh, sorry. So what is this? Apart from
chili stuffed chicken with a sweet chili glaze.
Looks interesting. There's Animal Crossing music in the background. Is it nice? Good. This is from the butcher, isn't it? They do these sort of pre-packed meals that are really nice.
Yeah, there's loads of different ones. It's like 3 for a tenner.
It's good, isn't it? We had the garlic one last night. Oh, there's a lot of sauce in that, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be interesting.
Still going.
I think we both inhaled that one, didn't we? It was nice, wasn't it?
I was starving.
Yeah, me too. Archie's gone back into panic mode because the other cat that sometimes visits us was out there and jumped up on the windowsill on the outside. So his tail's flicking, look at this. We need to get these blinds fixed. What's this that we're watching?
The Old Guard.
The Old Guard. Very stylish. Quite funky.
Shall we start?
There we go.
The film here.
And I'm doing a stout today, stout Saturday. It is Marsden's Morning Glow number 2 Imperial Stout. Let's give this a try. That's not me coughing and spluttering. That's really nice actually, it's very smooth. Doesn't taste like 7%. Tastes really pleasant actually. I really like that one. I'd probably go as high as a 4 on that. Sunday. Well, I was going to mow the lawn. Just dropped Gemma off at work and I thought I'd come back and mow the lawn. But it was starting to rain on the way home. So I might just leave it for an hour or two. Let those showers pass and then take a look and see how we look then. Well, you know it's bad when the grass is so long that I genuinely seem to have lost one of these LEDs. It's in there somewhere. I found 9 of them, and there should be 10. This grass is too long, but I've stuck this on the highest it'll cut. We'll at least get a trim on it. I found it. It was under Charlie's bush. And that would be Charlie's bush. We call it Charlie's bush because it was given to us by my old next door neighbour who was called Charlie. He's since passed away. And now this bush continues to grow. And it's really pretty, isn't it? Look at the colours. It looks like we're joined by Archie's nemesis from last night. There he is. He's a very cute cat. He will occasionally come and say hello to us as well. He lives a couple of doors down. Look who's come to join us. Isn't he pretty? Hey, mister. So one time when I was working from home, I had the back door open because it was sunny, and he walks into our kitchen and says hello. He's kind of getting used to us now, but I think he's a bit of a bruiser. At least he's got a scratch on his nose. There's a lot of cats in the area. All of them have got collars on, which is quite nice. I think 4 of them belong to the person who owns this guy. Hey, puss. Look at this. He's after going in the house now. Hey, that's the first time I've sat out in the garden for a little while. It's quite pleasant actually, apart from occasional bits of rain passing over. It's just got a bit heavier, so I thought I'd come in. And the minute I come in, the local birds are back on the feeders, which is quite nice. We've got a robin out there and a sparrow. Well, with that done, I think I'm going to get some lunch. I'm going to have a ham sandwich. Very exciting. Of course, the real reason why I shouldn't be left alone on my own for 2 days is that I start doing things like messing with weird guitar tunings, even though I can't play guitar. For this reason, I was listening to songs from when I was younger last night, and I always liked Teenage Angst by Placebo, the riff, so I thought I'd learn it, which is apparently this. It's kind of appropriate as well because I'm playing on a SG style guitar, which Brian Molko played when I saw them live quite a few times. I also learned, well, was in the process of learning another Placebo song, well, just the riff, because I really like the riff from it, but I'm not very good at this one. It's that bit. Switching from a power chord back to like one of the bass chords I'm really struggling with. It's about 8 o'clock at night. Gemma's home. We just went for another walk down to Crosby Beach, which is where we got the photos from the beginning of this video when we were mentioning the bricks and stuff, because we walked the other way. And we saw a fort as well. Well, the remains of a fort from World War II. It was like a artillery battery. It's called Fort Crosby. It was quite interesting. Anyway, we're going to have pudding now and relax for the evening. So we'll probably see you tomorrow. What do you want? What do you want? What's up? And to end this weekly vlog, my parcel, as promised, just arrived. All the way from Belgium. These are the single worst scissors ever. Let's have a look. This was the set that I treated myself to after my little hospital visit. And it is Lego Creator Assembly Square. It's also massive and heavy. Whether I'm going to time-lapse this entire build, I do not know. I'll have decided by the time this video goes live. It's going to be a lot of effort to time-lapse a build like this because I'd have to constantly have cameras running and batteries running. So maybe I'll show you when it's built. But it's an extension for these sets here, which were kind of looking a little bit forgotten in the corner. So we'll have another building on the side and we'll start to get a street built. I don't think I'll ever buy every single one of these because some of the ones that have been discontinued will cost a fortune. In fact, that one's been discontinued and I think that one's on the verge or possibly has also been discontinued.